Hello everyone, welcome back to Leeton. My name's Jace and this channel is about our journey to become more self-sufficient. And we've got to get out in the plot today and do a bit of tidying up, but I've been given instructions to top up the fridge drawer with some more potatoes, so that's the first job. So these are King Edward, which I did do a video on. It wasn't a very good harvest this year, I think because the summer was so hot, perhaps they didn't get enough water, but they're still good potatoes. Give them a scrub, boil them up, roast them, whatever you want to do. So I'm going to fill this up and then we'll get out in the plot. That'll keep us going for a while, and we'll just put these in the fridge and just use them as we need them. Okay, so I think today's mission is to get these beds weeded and everything out of them that doesn't need to be in them, which is probably everything now. I think there might be a few things left that we can use, and these beds here as well. The middle one has got parsnips in, so I'll probably leave those in the ground for now. Might pull one or two just to show you. It's just really trying to get the garden tidied up now. Got a bit done over there the last time in that bed, so I'm going to crack on. Planted some Swedes, which I've left a bit too long, to be honest, and they haven't done very well. They haven't done very well over in another bed that I planted them either. So I think most of these are going to go in the compost. That's right, it's grown some material, rot down for next year. But yeah, not good at all really. So apologies with the noise off the building site. Hopefully it's not too bad today. They've done a lot of work near the fence here, and they're sort of moving that way away from us at the moment. You're going to have to put up with it for quite a long time, I think. Progress, apparently. But for me personally, work is really quiet at the moment. I'm self-employed and quite worrying. You look at the state of the UK at the moment and the political circus that is going on. There's no confidence in the economy at the moment, and it does make you wonder what next year is going to be like. Still, all those minions can do is carry on, isn't it? And growing your own food is part of that, I suppose. Be a bit less reliant on the state, and it is a state at the moment. Sorry, state. something with that one, maybe. Oh no, got slugs in it. So in this bed I grew beetroot and spring onion, and you can see there's some spring onion still there, but I know for a fact that the rats were all over this, and I just don't fancy eating them, to be honest. What with wheals disease and rat lungworm and all of that, so I'm just going to pull these out, compost them, and go from there, I think, next year. And the stuff in these white bags is coffee grounds. There's a fair few kilo there, which has got to get put into the compost. But I need to put some brown material in there first, because coffee grounds are classed as a green, and I don't want too much green altogether. So I need to get some brown in there, and then that lot can all go in there as well. So that's those beds tidied up. There's still a few weeds, but I'm not too worried about that. Same in that one there. This one, this is some garlic, I think, that I've missed, and it's still growing, so I'm just going to leave it. For next year, I think, and just plant other things in between. And I did pull some out and put it in that bed over there in the middle. So I'm not certain what I'm going to do with this pallet collar setup. I might take the pallet collars away and just turn it into a bed. Once I finish this path going along there and round, I might just take the pallet collars away and have a bed. But first I want to get the cover on the polytunnel, which is going to have to be next spring now, because I want a warmer temperature to put the cover on, obviously. So it's a bit stretchier, and I've still got to reinforce all of the frame as well. Just got so busy in the summer that it all got put on hold. I just had to work and do other things, I'm afraid. Right, I'll have a brew now, I think. Oh, it's a cracking day today. Cool, but very nice. Bright, no wind. So as long as you're moving around and doing something, it's quite nice. So, been watching other people on YouTube. So many people have still got all this stuff growing, and I failed miserably this year because I got so busy in the summer. I never got round to getting some stuff out of the ground and putting other stuff that I'd sown ready for winter crop in, and it sat in modules or pots and it just went leggy, and in the end I just thought, let's just have a clean start next year, next spring. So it's now a race to get everything tidied up. But we had a good season. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad at all, really. That's the joys of being self-employed. Feast or famine. At the minute it's famine. But you know, we live in this green age, don't we? We recycle everything. Even Prime Ministers coming back. Dear oh dear. I don't think they really know what they're doing. So these raised beds, I put pot of marigolds in here, which are finished now. You know, they did really well all through the summer, and the bees and insects and that loved it, but they've had it now. So I'm going to get those out and then give it a bit of a weed, bit of a tidy up. Then I'm going to spread some compost out of one of the potato pots on here, or one of those pots that I grew the melons in, and it's all no dig, that's the idea. So get some compost on, and as I've said in other videos, I'm going to put the compost I grew things in pots in the summer on the beds, and the reason for that is I know that that compost is good, hasn't got any chemicals or weed killers in it, and then use my homemade compost in the pots for next year. So in this bed I grew courgettes and butternut squash, and it's all finished now, so I'm just going to rip it all out, put it in the compost. I'm going to leave this frame here for next year, I think, because it worked well with the polythene in the early part of the year with a candle to keep things warm from the frost. Speaking of frost, we had pretty much a frost last night, almost, so it's definitely cooling down. So I'm going to get this cleared out and then put some compost on here as well. Okay, so that's the carrot bed ready for next year, and that's this bed ready. Don't know what will grow in there next year, we'll see. So let's have a look at the parsnips now, because I'll pull a couple up that we can use them this week, and we'll see what they're like. lot of rot, canker maybe. Might be alright from there down actually, but I think that one's going to go in the compost. That's better. Not huge, but better. So these ones were sown in January, so they might just be getting old. That's why that one rotted maybe. These don't look particularly great at the top, but I think they're savable. So, and I think these were planted in April. From memory, they're Gladiator, and these are White Gem, if I remember right. So if we get a few more like that, I'm happy. Again, as I said before in another video, this soil is quite stony, so that will explain maybe this area here where they were dug up from is a little bit more stony and further over, but it's a work in progress, and we will try again next year. We've probably got another 30 parsnips in there yet, and we found a few carrots. Nothing wrong with them, just need a clean up and a peel, and we can have those. And we've got the potatoes that I got at the beginning of the video as well. So not a bad couple of hours out here. Apologies for the noise again, but not a lot I can do about it. So thanks very much for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And massive thank you to everyone that commented on the last video about that weed I've got, that creeping buttercup. Big thanks for that. And we're over 750 subscribers now. It's amazing. And yeah, brilliant. So thank you very much. And if you haven't subscribed, please do, and try and get us to that magical 1,000 so that I can get a couple of quid a month or whatever it is. It isn't about the money, it's about a record of what we're doing and sharing it with other people. But obviously if there's a couple of quid here and there, that really helps towards compost and things like that. So thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next one.